What's it feel like to win a first-round game and know you're going to get a chance to show out in Cleveland?
It's exciting. It'll be my first trip on my third year, so I'm excited. That's all I can say.
Yeah, same. Coming into this, that's something I really wanted to do. I never played in an NBA arena before, so that's cool. And yeah, just very excited.
What went into the start tonight? As lethargic as you guys looked Friday night, it was completely opposite tonight. How did you guys ramp it up? Why were you guys so locked in right from jump?
It's win or go home. So an emphasis was to punch him in the mouth early, and really set the tone on both ends. And I think we did that.
Was there anything special that went in doing that? Was there any change in game plan, or let's just make shots?
I think just knowing the moment. Like, this is March. Season's over if you lose. So if this doesn't make you wake up, I don't know what does.
Do you feel like you guys have passed the expectations that, not necessarily you guys saw for yourself, but at least other people around the league saw for yourself at the beginning of the season?
Sure, but I mean we don't really care too much about that. Like I said, we're just trying to win ball games.
Yeah, we're not satisfied yet.
How much more exciting is it going to Cleveland knowing you guys will play Akron for the third time? Close games both times. Just kind of speak on that.
They're a great team. I mean, we know we can play with anyone, so just excited to get up there and it's a rematch against them, so it should be fun.
Bill, could you describe your excitement level coming into this game tonight? I know you were there on the bench, you were watching that whole thing unfold Friday night, and the way you started looked like you couldn't wait to be back out there.
Yeah, I sat a whole season, so I know what it feels like, and sitting that one game felt like an eternity, but just seeing the energy those guys had at the end of that game just really had me excited to come back out today. So, yeah, waking up this morning, I was just excited to get back on the court.
And how healthy were you today?
I'm healthy.
Your ankle's fine, no pain or anything like that?
Yep.
Did it take anything for you to get ready tonight, or was it just that one game of rest was enough to give you what you needed?
Just a lot of treatment since that Akron game, basically nonstop before and after practice every single day with the trainer. So, yeah, the game of rest was nice too.
Jay, you were 5-9, you were 4 or 5, so you're like 9 of 14 your last 2 games from 3. Is that just the season's worth of work going into that, showing up right now, or can you explain how that 3-point shooting's developed so quickly, so well here lately?
He's a shooter. That's what it is.
No, I mean I've had some space and shot clock's low. Some of it is to maybe conserve energy on the play, and I take a lot of I told you this earlier, I take a lot of deep threes in practice, and it's shots that I'm pretty open. So they've been going in recently, so I'm gonna keep shooting them.
Did you feel like that was, I don't know, a missing part of your game sounds severe, but that was one thing you hadn't shown up to this point. Is this your way of kind of taking that out of the scouting report?
Yeah, in the summer I knew I really had to work on that. I was shooting somewhere in like the low teens, low 20s last year, so I was really trying to bump that up this year.
Did you guys know that this was going to be a defense that you could attack early on and get out to that kind of lead?
Yeah, I think that was part of the game plan. They're a team that loves to push the tempo on offense, and sometimes teams like that sacrifice on defense a little bit, just trying to score so many points. So we knew that we could just attack them. We had a little bit of a size advantage. They're a little bit of a smaller team, so we just try to get inside and, yeah, attack.
You guys were up 29. The lead got down to 10, 12, and it was London McDay who made some of those tough plays in that stretch to kind of bridge it through to the end. Why has London been that guy for you guys this year? What is it about his mentality, his makeup? He hasn't played like a freshman most of the year, and it showed up again tonight.
He's a gamer. He's a dog. Guards our best player every night. Against Miami, he had like 6 offensive rebounds. He's a winner. He just really wants it every time he's attacking the glass. Has a good nose for the ball. A winner.
You want to add to that, Ben? I mean, just his feel, knack. He's in the right spot at the right times for a lot of plays.
I think dog was probably the best description Jay gave right there. Yeah, he's a dog.
I know you said it was painful. Just watching the game from the bench, but how much do you think that actually helped you from an energy standpoint tonight and being able to play the full 37 minutes? I mean, was there a noticeable, I don't know, difference for you in going a full game playing tonight?
Yeah, getting that, I think that's about a week, 6 days of rest. Yeah, obviously legs were feeling good tonight, so although I didn't really you don't like to sit out, but that was a plus that came from it.
These 2 days before Thursday, what's going to be the biggest thing to carry over tonight's success into Thursday at noon?
Rest.
Yeah, get some rest these next couple of days, some treatment, get up to Cleveland, business trip.
What is it about playing at home that makes this team so effective?
So we got great fans. Convo's a great gym. I love having the band at the games. They're great. Yeah, just a great atmosphere.
You guys have held David DeLeo now to single-digit points in the last 2 times he played, and he's max all-time 3-point scorer. Is there anything you can touch on that kind of led to that, or is it just a full defensive kind of thing?
Jay Preston.
I know what he wants to do. He really wants to shoot. So, and they got a couple guys who can go under screen, so I can stick with him and they can go under and just making sure he doesn't get comfortable to start the game.
Jay and Ben, you knew from day one it was going to be up to kind of you two guys to lead this team this year. Could each of you just touch on how that process, how that journey has unfolded for each of you over 32 games now? Because you guys look like two of the best players in the league, and you're leading night in, night out. And describe how that process has come together for each of you.
I think Jay put it in a great way a couple weeks ago. He said, this is what he dreamt of, this is what he asked for, to be in a position like this, to be a leader on a college basketball team. And I know we're both only sophomores, but this summer we did everything we could to get ready for this season to lead, knowing that we're gonna have a young team. And then just as the season has gone on, Coach Bowles just staying confident in us, staying confident in each other, and just knowing that everyone's behind us. So, yeah, it's been a fun journey, but we're gonna keep it going.
You guys have seemingly come a pretty long way since the beginning of January on the court. What do you think is the biggest catalyst for that?
We hard hedge ball screens. If you watched a lot of our games earlier, we were the big was kind of dumping down, and guards were getting downhill. Now we hard hedge, and they don't have really the ability to go downhill. We use our hands and our length, and I think it's really on the defensive end that we're taking more pride.
Has there been a mentality shift within the team at all, or has it just been kind of working towards what this is now?
Yeah, Coach Bowles called us out one day when we were 2-7 in the conference. We were 284th in defensive efficiency or rating or something like that. And I think the other day he said we were down to 190. It's more pride at that point when you're so bad at 284. And I think a lot of us just took pride in it.
Coach Bowles has credited you two with help leading that turnaround. In what ways, Jay, did you and Ben kind of rally the troops or hold people accountable to turn around that defensive metric?
It's a good question. Harder practices, holding guys accountable in practice whenever they're doing something wrong. Whenever we're going through walkthroughs or something, make sure we're locked in. No lackadaisical anything or like that. We're just trying to lock in and stay focused and hold everyone accountable.
You guys are 0-2 against Akron, but is the feeling on your team that you've let 2 games get away from you against the Zips?
For sure, yeah. We had them. We've played 2 great halves against them. They played 2 great halves against us, so it should be a good matchup.
Anything you want to add to that, Ben?
Yeah, he said it perfectly. It's a team we know we can play with. I'm just excited to get on the court against them.
Is your mind ever turned what if I don't turn my ankle with about 12 minutes to go in that last matchup?
Yeah, obviously it's something I thought about the last couple of days, but just got to move on. It happened. It is what it is. Got to move on to the next one, and we got another opportunity with them, so gonna go try to get this one.
But going back to Friday real quick, were you able to play if you wanted to, or were you just sat out because you were just trying to rest up for today?
It was just a decision that Coach Bowles and Tyler, our trainer, and me made together the day before the game. So, yeah.
I think awesome game by our guys. Really proud of their effort. Really proud of their preparation. And I want to thank the dance, the cheer, the band. for being here over spring break, added to the atmosphere. And I think all year long, the town of Athens has stepped up and supported this team. And a lot of places I go, they love who they are off the court. They love how hard they play. They love how they play together. And I think you could kind of sense that the whole year. We led the MAC in home attendance, and just really happy those guys turned out for first-round MAC game.
What wins that start tonight, Jeff? Was this simply a carryover from how you finished Friday?
Well, I think our guys' mindset was good coming in, and one of the big stats was they average 81 points a game when they win in the MAC, 7 wins, 61 in their 11 losses. So we knew transition defense was going to be huge. We knew taking care of the basketball was going to be huge, and we knew we wanted to go inside on them early. And I think our guys are playing at a high level with a lot of confidence right now. Obviously, great having Ben Vanderplas back. He makes a big difference for our team. Jordan Dardis hasn't practiced, I think, since maybe last Monday, and I thought he hit some big shots for us, made some big plays, got some 50-50 balls, and just the guys who came in off the bench contributed. So I think they're playing with a lot of confidence right now, and I think they kind of expect to win. And this is another game where we played a full 40 minutes where we led the whole time, and earlier in the year, you maybe break. We bent. They made their run. They were getting to the free throw line. They were getting rebounds. They were getting turnovers. Forcing turnovers. Our guys kept their poise, and BVP and Jordan Dardis and JP were a big part of that.
You mentioned you guys bent. One of the guys that made sure you didn't break was London McDay. How does a first-year guy like him always seem to show up in those make-or-break spots in a positive way for you?
I think one, he's not really a freshman anymore. He started all year long. He's played big minutes, and it goes back to him being a winner. He was a winner in high school. He's a winner in life. Never has a bad day. Knows his role. Plays it at a high level, and it was good to see him step up, hit a couple shots. And I was talking to him the other day, and I said, "Hey, do you have any idea what you're shooting from three in MAC play?" He had, 46%? 45%, and he was surprised. And I'm like, "You're like third in the league right now, And once he continues to get that confidence, shooting the ball like that, he's going to take another step."
Speaking of three-point shooting, Jay Preston's been incredible from behind the arc of late. Is that something he's really worked at? To if you're scouting him, that seems to be the one thing that you kind of let him take, and is he effectively now forcing teams to change that line on this guy?
Yeah, but if you look at his three-point field goal percentage, it was good. He just doesn't shoot a lot, doesn't feel like he needs to, and it's like sometimes, like, hey, they're going under ball screens, or they're not guarding you out there, and he has the ability to make them. And I think the last couple games, his confidence has gone even higher, and when he's hitting those shots, how are you going to guard him? And I think that's another dimension that helped us obviously tonight, but at Miami as well. And the more confidence he has in his shot, the better we're going to be.
Miles Brown is starting to get a lot more minutes as the season's gone on. What have you been most impressed about his performance the last few games?
Yeah, I think his defense. He and London are probably our two best on-ball defenders, and he had that one turnover late, but we have confidence in him, and I think he's grown as well. He hurt his knee, missed 3 months, and you look from January till now, he's a different player, and he's healthy as he has been. Playing with some confidence, and when we go need a defensive stop, he's going to be in the game.
What's it mean you said you took this team to Cleveland in your first year as a coach?
Well, I mean, I don't want to take any credit. I think our guys, give them all the credit. Give our training staff, give our doctors. I told our trainer and our doctor, those guys were the MVPs, our strength coach. Getting Ben Vanderplas back, getting Jordan Dardis as healthy as he could be, keeping JP, playing 38, 40 minutes a game. Those behind-the-scenes people, the managers rebounding for him. It's a big collection of people, and I think our guys are making plays when they need to. So I don't want to take any credit. Give them all the credit in the world, and like I said, they're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
Did you guys need a win tonight? Did you need a trip to Cleveland to make this year feel like a success, or like you were going in the right direction, or you were on the right track in year one?
Yeah, we really haven't thought about it, that sense. I think you do that and reflect after the season. this was the next step in our process. Winning those road games, we won one, we found a way to win one. Now it's, hey, you earned the right to host a first-round game, which doesn't guarantee you, a win. You get to sleep in your own bed, shoot on your own rims and play on your own court, but that doesn't guarantee you anything. And all you want at this time of year is an opportunity. And these young men earn an opportunity to go up and play the #1 seed at 12 o'clock on Thursday on a neutral court, and they're excited about it.
There probably wasn't very many people who thought this team would make it to Cleveland. What does it say over the last probably 5 or 6 weeks that they were able to do that? What does it say to you about them?
Well, I think it talks about the character of them, their work ethic. They're great kids on and off the court. I could give you a lot of examples of what people say about them when we go to hotels, and the locker room being clean. And I think they've come in every single day with the right mindset, win or lose. Like we went through a rough stretch. Those guys came in with energy. They continue to get better. They continue to learn. It's a tight group of guys. Guys know their roles, and I think that says a lot about who they are as people.
In 2 games against Akron, you guys played 2 great halves. What's going to be the catalyst to make it a full 40 minutes?
It's a great question. If you know the answer, let me know. I think we know we can play with them. That's the biggest thing, confidence-wise, going in. Now, against a team like that, you can't play for 20, 25, 30, 35 minutes. You got to play a complete 40. And it was like half one down here was them, half two was us. Half one was us up there, half two was them. And from that standpoint, if you get down, you're never out of the game, right? If you're up, you can't be comfortable. And I think just the sense of urgency that our guys need, on every possession. And you can get away with not blocking out or turning the ball over when you're up 30. But when it's a tight game, all those possessions matter.
Does the opportunity to play them for a 3rd time feel bigger than if you were playing someone else for maybe a 2nd time?
And I think just the fact that we're in it. We're still in it. We're one of 8 teams left, and we feel like we have as good a shot as anybody, to win it. And you're playing the #1 seed at 12 noon on a Thursday. Can't ask for more than that.
Do you think sitting out on Friday, how much did that help Ben with the kind of performance he had today?
Yeah, it helped him a lot. I think he probably could have went, but he wouldn't have been near as effective. And we just didn't think it was worth it. I'll never put the health and well-being of a student athlete above a team. And I think, like I said, our training staff, our doctors, they did a phenomenal job of getting him back to where he needed to be. Give him a lot of credit for doing the work to get there. And he didn't look tonight like he missed a beat. And I kept asking him and JP, let me know when you're tired. And there was one time where BVP said I need one. And I trust those guys.
He said it was painful when he found out that he was just going to have to sit out because he sat out a full year before. He knows how tough it is to watch from the bench. Was it painful for you at all to deliver that message to him that he was going to sit out?
No, I mean, that's part of the game. Everyone goes through it. I mean, if there's anybody who can empathize, it's me. I sat out a lot of games and missed some because of injuries. And I think, you can go one way or the other mentally, and he was into it. He was into it on the bench. He was leading our guys. He was active talking to them. And he did his part to get back. And, he's a big part of what we're doing, and I think it says a lot about our guys for winning that game without him. And Jordan Dart is probably 70%, at Miami, and he's a competitor. Ben loves to play. He's had a phenomenal year, and he's going to be a big part of our success going forward.
Jordan got a standing ovation in the crowd when you checked out of the game. What was said to him at that moment?
Yeah, there's a lot of memories and tears and blood and sweat, for 5 years, especially him coming, with what he went through. And to go out your last game that you'll ever play, maybe on the home court, just the way he played, awesome. He deserved it.
You said the other night when you went to Miami, you only took one suit with you. You kept on winning, you were going to be back home. What's the suitcase look like tonight when you get back home?
Well, and we got a quick turnaround. We were one of 2 teams that ended the regular season with 2 games on the road. So we got back at 1:30 from Akron. We had to take the day off on Wednesday, practice Thursday, travel Friday. Another quick turnaround here, and then another quick turnaround. So, the biggest thing is you're in it, right? You have an opportunity. And how many games are there left? 3? Possibly. I'm going to take 3 suits.
It's a big bag.
Big bag.
Coach, what went into the letting them back into the game in the second half? Was it more of what they were doing, or was it something you guys weren't doing?
I think a little bit of both. You know, we knew they were going to amp their pressure up. You know, full court, half court. You know, the three best things they do. You know, they force turnovers. They force 15 and a half a game. We had 4 in the first half, I think, for maybe 2 points. We had 11 in the second half for 16 points. So that's the one way they scored. They drive the basketball, put a lot of pressure on you. We kept putting them on the foul line, putting them on the foul line. And, you know, that's 2 ways that they really look to score. Transition defense. You know, they got us early a couple of times off of made baskets. So I think that's, you know, why they were able to get back into it. But, you know, like I said, our guys, you know, didn't break. You know, they ended up finding a way and settled the tide and made plays when they needed to.
Where are you guys entering? Why will you guys be entering Thursday with all this confidence? You're the 8th seed. You're the youngest team in the league. You got a first-year head coach. But the sense around your club right now is, you know, that's all secondary stuff. What's the ground spring for that belief, for that confidence right now?
Well, I think, you know, we finished tied for 7th, right? We picked dead last, and you know we're 2-7 at the turn, and I think, I don't know what the exact number is, but 5 games we've lost by 15 points. You know, so you're 5-6 possessions away from being a bye, and you know you can win you can learn 2 ways: learn from winning and learn from losing. It's way funner and better to learn from winning, and you can learn the same things. And you know those games have helped us. You know the freshmen have grown through those things. You know JP and Ben, they haven't been in these roles before. And we ask those guys to do a lot. And you can just sense it, you know, going out there, carrying out game plans, they're making adjustments. You know, those guys don't panic, you know, like a young team might. And I think that's a big reason why.
Coach, you're one of the hottest teams in the MAC right now. What about this team makes them so dangerous to play right now?
I think they're playing well together. They're playing their roles very well. You got 2, you know, great players in Ben Vanderplas and Jason Preston. You got a 5th-year senior who's the all-time leading 3-point field goals. You got Sylvester, you know, playing great defense, rebounding the basketball. You got London McDay. So, you know, you got Ben Roderick, Miles, those guys coming off the bench. You know, so I think guys are playing at a high confidence level in their role. And, you know, these guys all trust each other. They love each other. And, you know, they know that they can do it. And, you know, they've proven they can play with anybody in the league. Now it's just a matter of going out and doing it for 40 minutes.